Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Fitness Education Series produced by the Australian Fitness Academy. It's like progressive overload for your brain. I'm your host, Tom Rock, and in today's episode, nice quick one, but I thought it's a great one to touch on, is how long has it been since you pulled out a skipping rope? And I think skipping is one of those things that we forget about as an exercise modality. It's super easy. There's minimal equipment and you need minimal space, and it's also a good cardiovascular or aerobic exercise that can be done indoors, especially throughout winter where it's a bit colder or it's raining. Might not be as enticing to go out for a run or a ride. So skipping is an activity that can be done indoors without a whole lot of space as well. So rope skipping or jump rope is a really good mode of exercise that I think is important to highlight and potentially bring back into your weekly routine or into your workouts, because it does have a lot of benefits. And I think it's one of those exercises that we sort of forget about in some gyms or some circumstances. It's used a lot more, things like boxing gyms, and it's a heavily utilized tool for fitness and improving performance. But a lot of other spaces, general gyms, general fitness, general exercise, general health and well-being, it's easy to forget about, but it's definitely a useful tool. So if you don't own a skipping rope, go out and get one. I'm sure you can find it plenty online these days, but a really useful tool to have as part of your gym equipment, and you can definitely have one at home. So it's super easy to store, doesn't take up room, and it can be a great skill to have. And if you have never skipped or can't skip, there's no time like the present to try or learn. And you can definitely, it's a skill you can build on, get better at, and benefit from for sure. So I won't go into a whole lot of studies on skipping. There's a few out there. A lot of them, or a fair few of them, actually involve skipping programs or jump rope in children and adolescents. And I think it's really interesting in that age group as well to look at something that can be applied all throughout life, not just in adolescents and children, also in adults. But some of the research in adults and children point to things like improvements in strength, speed, VO2 max in children as well. So it's a really great cardiovascular exercise for all age groups. The other thing it has been shown in sort of the children and adolescents is balance and motor coordination, which I think will still absolutely have that effect in adulthood. You can definitely still build those motor patterns and maintain that coordination and balance all throughout life and different ages. But skipping is going to be helpful with that. So there's a lot of skipping protocols out there. YouTube will give you some, I'm sure, lots of different ideas online about how to incorporate it. But it can help with balance and motor coordination as well. And lower limb strength is a really good one. Ankle stability is another thing it's going to be really helpful with. So it has been sort of looked at in terms of injury prevention as well, by incorporating skipping into a training program. Ankle stability, calf strength, ankle like tendon stiffness as well is a really important one. There was a study that sort of looked at jump rope skipping and its ability to improve standing long jump. So it improves a whole lot of different aspects to performance, or can do as well, and really complement a training program from an athlete point of view. But for general population, great way to sort of burn kilojoules, keep it interesting if you sort of don't enjoy running or cycling or those longer slow distance things. Skipping can be another great mode of cardiovascular training that does also strengthen the lower limbs. And there was another interesting study I saw that looked at jump rope with, it was artistic swimmers from the Olympics, I believe, and it looked at their bone mineral density, and jump rope or skipping incorporated into their, I think it was an 8 or 12-week program, increased their bone mineral density, and they were spending a lot of time in the pool doing non-weight bearing activities, so which is not going to help bone mineral density. But skipping can be a great way to maintain or improve bone mineral density. So as we age, even skipping is going to be really a really good tool to utilize to maintain that bone mineral density and reduce the chance of osteoporosis and things like that. So skipping, really, really cool thing that I think easy to forget about. I know I definitely sort of forgot about until this sort of topic come up, and it's something that um, I would encourage you to try get back in your exercise 2-3 times a week if you can. Warm-ups are a really great option for this. So go through your dynamic stretches, your mobility, your foam rolling, whatever you like to do as a warm-up. But instead of maybe jumping on the exercise bike or sort of a walk or a jog on the treadmill to sort of get that heart rate up, get the skipping rope out and try doing sort of 2 or 3 minutes worth of skipping. Really, really, really helpful. Or you can look to build a session around it, and there's a lot of different ideas around how to do it, but you can sort of do some high intensity interval type work where you sort of skip nice and fast for maybe a minute and then rest, or you can do sort of a longer 15 to 20 minutes of just nice, easy, controlled skipping at around that sort of 70% max heart rate. A really great option for just a different sort of cardiovascular session that will also sort of work on that ankle stiffness, calf and leg strength and things like that. So great for motor coordination, balance, VO2 max, lower limb strength, bone mineral density, all sorts of stuff. So skipping is really, 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 really good and an underutilized tool, I think, in terms of exercise. It doesn't take a lot to get these benefits out of this continuous jumping motion. But yeah, something to think about. I think if you're out there and you do incorporate skipping into your exercise routine regularly, or you like it, I'd love to hear how you incorporate it. What's your sort of protocols? How do you structure your workout? When you skip, do you have it timed? Do you look at heart rate? What sort of drills do you do to get it in? Is it single leg jumping, double leg? Do you mix it up? Send an email to tom@afa.com.au if you do have any sort of ideas about how to program. I'd love to share them because I think it can be a really useful tool. But yeah, hopefully a bit out of that, guys. Hopefully gets you inspired to get out that old skipping rope and have a bit of a skip. Easy to do. Walk past it 10 minutes twice a day and see if you can reap those benefits of it. But other than that, guys, I hope you got a bit out of that. Have a great weekend. If you've got any questions, topics you want me to cover, email tom@afa.com.au and definitely happy to discuss anything you want, guys. Enjoy your weekend. I'll talk to you all soon.